All right. So somebody asked me today is why I'm not excited about Kamala Harris being the VP. And I really tried to avoid the whole thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I wanted Trump out. I do not like Trump. I don't support nothing Trump did. I wanted Trump out of office. I think he needed to go. I get that. But people said, well, you should be happy about Kamala. Should I? Should I be happy about Kamala Harris? I mean, she didn't make history, although people are giving her credit for making history. Kamala Harris did not make history. She didn't. Kamala Harris didn't make history. People giving her credit for it, but she didn't. She didn't make history. And the thing about it is, everybody's celebrating her like she's this fantastic person, this person who just did so much. But the truth is, she's an optimistic. Now, I tried to avoid all this because people celebrate who they want to celebrate. I don't judge people. Whoever you like, you like. Whoever you support, you support. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? I can still talk with you. We can still have a conversation, debate it, and all that. But I think sometimes we celebrate people who don't deserve to be celebrated. We give people. We're too quick to put people on a pedestal that they shouldn't be on. We are. We're too quick. We're celebrating. Now, like I said, don't get me wrong. Trump needed to go. I can't stand him. He was horrible. He should have never been elected president. And I blame the Electoral College for putting him in there the first time. But the thing about it is, sometimes we celebrate people and give them credit for things that they don't really deserve credit for. And I get it. By titles, yes, she's the first woman to be a vice president. But the real credit should go to Joe Biden. It should go to Joe Biden because it was his choice to do that. Now, I know he felt some pressure to pick her or pick a black woman, and he chose her. So I get that. I totally get that. That's my thing. It's like everybody's making it seem like Kamala Harris did this great feat or this great, she did. People making it seem like Kamala Harris did some extravagant and wonderful things to be in the position that she's in right now when she didn't. She absolutely did not. The only reason she's there is because of Joe Biden. I mean, true. That's facts. And she's even accepting credit like she did something special. She didn't. Kamala Harris did nothing special. Her track record still remains the same. And if you want to call it like it is, Kamala Harris is, and she's an opportunist. She's an opportunist. She's the type of person that does not care about how many bodies she leaves under her feet that's going to get her to where she wants to go. She is. I mean, let's just call it what it is. But that's a lot of politicians. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, you can't, we're so quick to give people these pedestals and make them seem like they are, like they achieved some miraculous goal, like they've done something, that just put them over the top when they haven't. And Kamala Harris has not. She has not. She has never been great at anything she's done. She's great at attacking people. That's it. And she's great at playing to a crowd. That's it. But she's done nothing to affect positive change in the community or anything she's done. She does not have a positive record of any place she's worked. None. None. Everything she has been under controversy and been under scrutiny, and nothing makes her stand out. So the truth be told, the person that really made history is Joe Biden for picking her, because he could have picked anybody for that position. He could have picked any woman. Now, I don't like the term person of color, but I use it in this situation for her, because another issue I got with her is she plays on race big time. And I really think, because of the people he had to choose from to be a running mate as vice president, if he said he was going with a woman, and he said he was going with a woman of color, he chose Kamala Harris. And I really did look at the criteria of why they would choose her, why he would choose her. Kamala Harris is the furthest thing from somebody black, from a black person, but the closest and distance thing to somebody white. I think that, and that's why they chose it. They did not want 100%. This is an African-American person in that position. They wanted somebody who was distant, but who could, by assumption, relate. And that's Kamala Harris. It is. Line 314, you're right. You're right. The only people who think this is something that this is a good thing for black people are people who don't study. Because it's not a good thing for black people. It's really not. But I hear a lot of black people, and I love my brothers and sisters, but I hear a lot of black people who are really, trying to say this is a victory for us. No, it's not. It's not a victory at all for us. Obama was more of a victory for us than her. Obama did more for the black community than she did in her whole time, in her whole career. Because if you go back and look at what Obama did as a councilman, when he worked in the city of Chicago, Obama did a lot for the black community. Kamala Harris did nothing. She did absolutely nothing. Matter of fact, she was so distant from the black community until she started to do her little presidential run. That's when she started going on the black radio shows, and start talking to the black media, because she was trying to reconnect and put herself as, look, I'm one of you, vote for me. But this is you're right. This is not a victory for the black community. It's not a victory at all. It's not a victory. And it bothers me, because I feel like as black people, we settle for some of the most, how do I say? I want to say we settle for mediocrity. We do. We settle for some of the simplest things that have no real impact and no real effect on us. That's what we settle for. We don't settle for things that's really going to make a difference. We don't settle for things that really do impact us in a positive way, economically. You know what I'm saying? We don't celebrate stuff like that. We don't uplift people who are actually trying to make an impact in the communities, building community centers, working to clean up our communities, our neighborhoods, unemployment, working on getting black businesses, helping small black businesses stay afloat, helping people who want to start a business. We don't celebrate that, but we celebrate people like Kamala Harris. And like I said, I don't hate on people. When somebody do good, I think they should be recognized. But I think she's getting more recognition that she deserves. She's getting more credit and props than she really deserves. And I'm just telling you how I feel. It ain't no haterism. I don't hate her. But I just feel like she's an opportunistic person. She'll do whatever and say whatever to get where she feels she needs to go in life. And she don't care who she has to crush. And one of the things we have these days is, you know, and it hurts me to say this, but there are some people who feel like the only way they can really make a difference in life, if it's a black person, is that they have to step on other black people. You have to leave other black people you have to have enough black bodies under your feet who have been ruined, who have been destroyed, just to prove that you belong with some of these other cultures. And Kamala Harris is one of those people. She is. And that's facts. She's one of those people. Jolin 9, I have no idea what you're saying. You need to explain that comment. But that's who she is. I can't celebrate her because she's not a true representation. You know what I'm saying? You know, for me, I don't think it should have been, pick a woman. It should have been pick the best candidate. You know what I'm saying? If you had a white person, a white male, or a black male, a white female, a black female, but you pick a person that is going to get in there and do what needs to be done the right way without having to step on other people. Because one thing that black people say is like, we want somebody who's not afraid to get in the White House and say, yes, I have a black agenda. This is what I would like to see in the black communities. These are my plans. These are things I think we can do that can help the black community. And, a lot of them get in there and they don't. They disconnect. Now, they'll tell you that while they're campaigning. Oh, I have a black agenda. But ask them what it is. They can't tell you. You can have a black agenda and still work for everybody. And you can still care about this country and all the people in it. But Kamala Harris is just she's not who everybody thinks she is. She's getting way too much credit. She's getting way too much recognition. I'm sorry, but I'm just telling the truth. I just don't feel like Kamala Harris is, she's worthy of all this praise. And she's up there saying herself, like, I am the first black woman. No, you need to tell the truth. Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you, Joe Biden, for selecting me. Thank you for being the first president to select a woman. That's what she need to be saying. Because this is all Joe Biden. She didn't run and get elected as vice president. She got picked. And I told you why I think she got picked. She's the furthest thing from being a true black woman. She's the furthest from a black woman. She's more closer to white than black. The other people that people wanted were, they were black women. I can't think of her name, but the lady, she ran for governor in Georgia. A lot of people wanted her, but she was black. She was black and she knew she was black. They weren't going to have that. They needed somebody that was not close to black. And that's why she up there, I'm black, I'm Asian, I'm Indian, I'm da. But that's what it is, man. I'm sorry. I can't celebrate Kamala Harris. I think she's a fraud. I think she's a fake. And like I said, I know all the politicians are like this, but I just can't stand to see somebody who try to use the black vote and black people to try to build their little reputation. She's an opportunistic person. She basically, and it's like line 314 said, man, this is not a victory for us. It's not a victory. But people are acting like a great victory has been won by her, being given the vice president position. It's not a great victory. And you will see that Kamala Harris is not going to do anything. If you think that she's going to get up there and be an advocate for black people, no, she's not. She's already shown that she is divisive to the black community. One of the comments she made was that black women are the backbone of democracy. If a true black woman got up in there, she would have spoke something that would have brought unity to black men and women, already knowing that there is too much divisiveness within the black community, especially between the black men and black women. That shows you that Kamala Harris is not for black people. So black people who thinking that this is a victory, that some great milestone has been accomplished by Kamala Harris, this is the furthest thing from that. Kamala Harris is not black. Y'all need to stop thinking that she's going to do something for black people, that she cares about black people. Kamala Harris does not care. Her husband is white. Her associates are white. That's who she wants to be. That's who Kamala Harris cares about. She will say anything in front of a black audience to make herself seem relatable. That's why she kept going through the whole thing of, I'm against marijuana. I'm against marijuana. But then again, to make herself seem like she was for black people. Oh yeah, I smoke marijuana. We can't be so quick, man, to just jump on a bandwagon. We need to start repping people that really are going to do good, people that really are going to work for what's best for the communities. And that's as a whole. Those are the type of people we need to start repping. Those are the type of people that we need to start lifting up and celebrating. But people like Kamala Harris, no, we don't need to celebrate people like her. There's enough dead black bodies underneath her feet that built the foundation for where she is. I can't celebrate her. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? I can see if she had a track record of when she was attorney general, she created some youth programs. She did things for the black community. She did things for all community. I can see if she did that. But she distanced herself so far from the black community, we just can't put her on the pedestal right now and say, oh, Kamala Harris is good. She's down with us. Yeah. Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris ain't representing black people. She's letting y'all know that. The only reason she's naming black, when she's talking about, I'm black, I'm white, I'm Indian, something else she said, Asian or something, that's because she is trying to get more support. And by making herself seem like, she's attached to different nationalities, she thinks people are going to gravitate to her more. But you're going to find out, Kamala Harris is still the same one that held back prison rate, that kept people in jail, that let people get the electric chair and die. She's the same person. She ain't changed. She has not changed. She has not grown. She has not progressed. She is the same person. Y'all need to stop celebrating that woman. Now, if she gets in there and she actually does make changes, more power. That's what I'm talking about. That's all good. But if she get in there and do what she's done, which I really feel like Kamala Harris is not going to do anything. If anything, she's going to try to make Joe Biden look bad, to try to put herself, to make her look like, oh, Joe's doing stupid things. That's Kamala Harris. Y'all watch me. Mark my words. A year after the inauguration, mark my words. I'm going like this. I'm going to tell you right now, 6 months. 6 months after the inauguration, you're going to hear Kamala Harris start going after Joe Biden about his decision-making and things he don't like, because that's the type of person she is. She's not a team player. She's really not. Kamala Harris is not the type of person that can say, I'm the vice president. She's going to want to control things. She's going to want to make Joe Biden look bad, because that's the type of woman she is. She is not a good person. She's not. I can't celebrate her. I'm sorry, but I am glad Trump is out. I never liked Trump. Honestly, I felt like in this whole presidential race, it was just a matter of electing the lesser evil between both parties. And, I just feel like I can't celebrate Kamala Harris. I'm sorry. She acting like she did something truly powerful like I said before, to become vice president, and she didn't. The only reason she's there is because Joe Biden put her there. That's it. And she was the furthest thing from being. They didn't want nobody that was like 100% or even 90% black. They didn't want 60% black. With her, they wanted 1%. So she could say, I'm 1% black. I'm 3%. That's what they wanted. Just enough to make it seem like they got somebody black, just to appeal to black people. That was all a marketing play. It was. Kamala Harris, that's the only reason they did that. And that's why they chose her. They didn't want a real black woman up in there. They wanted somebody who fit their demographic, and that's Kamala Harris. Somebody who they know that'll lay black bodies to rest. That's Kamala Harris. She don't care who she got to kill to get to where she want to go. It's not a victory. Now, I really do hope some great things come for this country, that everybody, black, white, whoever you are, if you live in this country, I'm hoping that within the next 4 years, the economy gets better and the COVID thing goes away. And, we can have more unity, and we can have more people living together and working together. And, the systemic racism, fades away. I know that's a lot to ask in 4 years, but, we can see some of that stuff start to change. Unemployment really start to drop. I'm serious. That's what I would like to see. But I don't know. But you know what? I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I'm about to head out. So definitely check out some of my other stuff. I try to do these. I'll do another one next weekend, next Saturday. So if you got a webcam or you want to have a discussion, you want to hop on here, you know what I'm saying? You can just shoot me an email or subscribe to me and DM me, and we can have us a little panel going or whatnot. Everybody can jump in on the discussion. So, but just let me know if you got a webcam, you want to do a panel discussion on whatever topic y'all want to talk about. Y'all want to revisit this topic, we can do that. So just let me know. I use StreamYard, so I got it all set up. All I got to do is send you a link. And if you want to follow me on my website, it's rmvigene.com. That's it right there in the corner, right there. Yeah, look at that big hand. Follow me on my website, check it out. And you know what I'm saying? Check out some of the other stuff. You can also check out my podcast, Simply Straight Talk. New episodes drop every Friday. And Angelique and Melissa just did their thing. So y'all go back and check out their podcast. They did a Q&A. So with that being said, peace. I'm going to go watch. I'm about to watch Deadpool 2. But appreciate y'all tuning in and checking it out, man. Y'all be good. Love and peace.